Hey guys, Drifter here. Today I've got a little early DLC gameplay to show you. I am going to be playing the new map Parliament that's part of the Supremacy DLC. We'll start off with some Exo Grapple and move into core modes later on. I just kind of like it better with Exo Grapple, or more realistically, I think my Exo Grapple gameplay was significantly better. The map is a lot like Carrier from Black Ops 2. I would like to think that if Black Ops 2 and Advanced Warfare were out one weekend, they had a few too many martinis, they got drunk, one of them might have gotten pregnant, this would be kind of like the map that baby would be. It's like an Advanced Warfare-ized Carrier from Black Ops 2. That's really how it plays, except that it doesn't make sense for it to be flat. Now, Carrier was mostly a flat map in Black Ops 2, like a plain with obstructions that kind of made it easy to play. That wouldn't be a really good map style for Advanced Warfare, because people would just jump straight up and it wouldn't make any sense. So we added some corridors, we added some verticality, some different kind of, obstacles and lanes, and it really feels a lot like Carrier. It's mostly a long-range map. I'm going to say it's going to be dominated by assault rifles. It's also very easy to snipe from. Now, while I don't snipe very often, Pomage did quite a lot, and he had no problems whatsoever doing it. Very easy to snipe if you're doing hardpoint or domination. Probably a little bit harder than if you're doing TDM, because people aren't going to come out and play like that. And there are two smaller areas, both in the middle, which you saw me fight with the bow in the very beginning, and one on the left side relative to where we are right now. It's kind of like a little SMG corridor, so SMGs can be viable in those areas. Like if you have a class, you can swap to that when you want to fight there, if there's like a hill or an objective there that you need to capture. But overall, definitely going to be assault rifle dominated. Definitely a long range assault rifle, something like IMR, BAL, AK-12. Those are the good ones anyway. That's definitely going to be the way to go on Parliament. Almost called it Carrier there. I keep wanting to call it Carrier from Black Ops 2. Technically, this is not a 3-lane map, it's a 4-lane map. You have a lane in the very middle, which I just jumped through, trying to boost slam this guy over here. There's a lane on the left-hand side, which is just a short, flat corridor. That's one of your SMG areas. A lane on the right-hand side, which is a sort of floating barge-type structure with small walkways connected to it. That's really where you're going to use the Exo Grapple and all your Exo movements to jump over there. And there's also a small tunnel on the right-hand side. I'm not technically sure if that would count as a lane or not, but there are 4 distinct pathways that you can use to go across the map. Realistically, you're only going to use 2 of them, though, because 2 of them are very short, narrow tunnels, and that's just like guaranteeing that you have to do a 1v1 firefight. A lot of times it's smarter to take the paths either the middle or the far right, where you can flank and you can have more cover instead of going into a little place like this where I'm flying the assault drone. Again, that's a lane. Not necessarily the lane that I would recommend, or realistically the lane that you're going to use. And the map is more vertical than you'd think. Even though it is on a Carrier, even though it looks like it would be kind of flat, it's a fairly vertical map, so do be prepared for that. I think it plays much better with Exo Grapple than it does without, or just regular mode. Exo Grapple really makes this map shine. I think it's way easier to navigate, getting where I'm going, to kind of navigate the verticality a little bit, so that I'm not just constantly boost jumping and sliding and doing all that sort of stuff to get where I want to go. Aesthetics are a little bit on the meh side here. We've got a kind of blue grayish tone going on because ultimately this is a battleship, and that's the color that battleships are. Now, I'm a little bit colorblind, so I struggle to see enemies, kind of like metal on metal color. It's not as distinct for me. I don't know about the rest of you, but that's how I feel. Another negative is, the map is called Parliament because Big Ben is in the background. You'll see that. And it's at the Parliament building in London, England, but you'll really never see that unless you stop to take a look around. The map itself is focused on the boat, and all the England in this particular map, or the United Kingdom, is just decoration around the side. So that part of the aesthetic is somewhat wasted in my personal opinion. And overall, this entire map pack, almost said Carrier again, Parliament included, definitely trending toward big map. I think the developers heard you loud and clear when you said you wanted more like Modern Warfare 2 when that MW2 petition got big. We've swapped over to normal right now when people talked about the lack of 3-lane maps and, the sort of Exo boosting around corners, and they just decided, hey, you want Modern Warfare 2? We're going to give you some Modern Warfare 2, and we're going to make 3 out of 4 of these maps gigantic. Parliament here is a very huge map, but it's definitely not the biggest. The rest of the maps in this pack get even bigger, so just keep that in mind. Big is the way to go for this map pack. Clustery corridor, we have compound, and that's kind of it. As for what I think about it, what this map would be good for, it really doesn't play well in Team Deathmatch. I found it to be a little bit too cluttered and a little bit too campy for that, not my ideal thing, but I do think it plays really well for hardpoint. Not as much for domination, but hardpoint plays really well on this map because of the size. Rotations are very important because of the clutteriness. You can take cover and do some interesting things around the hills. If you're a hardpoint player, this is going to be the map for you. Guys, that's all that I'm going to be talking for this particular video. I don't think it's necessary for me to describe the map anymore because I feel like I've done a very adequate job of that. So I'm just going to kick over to the gameplay, and I'm going to let the gameplay speak for itself. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, favorite, and subscribe. Tomorrow we're going to be doing Kremlin, and then I think the day after that we'll be doing Skyrise and then Carrier. Drifter out.
Alpha secure. Enemy has C. Securing C. Marking care package coordinates. Enemy has Bravo. Skylight activated. Charlie secure. Friendly UAV above. Losing Charlie. Care package inbound. Enemy UAV above. Securing C. Losing A. Charlie secure. Launching care package. Lost A. Enemy UAV above. Enemy taking Charlie. Skylight activated. Enemy holds all positions. Fight harder. A secure. Enemy care package incoming. Losing Alpha. Enemy holds all positions. Fight hard. B secure. Enemy taking Bravo. We're losing this fight. UAV is online. Marking care package coordinates. UAV in waiting. Securing C. Enemy taking Alpha. Enemy UAV online. C secure. Lost Alpha. Enemy care package incoming. Failure is up. Enemy UAV above. Hardpoint contested. Hardpoint contested. UAV is online. Enemy UAV online. Hardpoint contested. Hardpoint has moved. Hostiles have captured the hard point. System hack. All HUDs have been disabled. Enemy UAV above. Enemy UAV online. We've lost the advantage. Hardpoint secured. We've taken the lead. Hardpoint has moved. Hostiles have captured the hardpoint. Enemy UAV above. Incoming enemy care package. Enemy UAV above.